And now, forecast first on Color 10 News.
A quiet summer night across the Ozarks. Temperatures slow to cool off this evening. It's still in the low 80s here at 10 o'clock, and we do have heat advisories still in effect for southern Missouri and much of northern Arkansas now. This is for the next several afternoons right into this upcoming weekend. So heat continues to be the big story. How hot will it get tomorrow? Well, we start off at 74, so a warm and sunny start to our Thursday. By noon, we'll be up to 91. And it looks like a high tomorrow of around 95 degrees with a heat index of about 103. And temperatures will continue to climb a little bit more into the upcoming weekend. More on that and some late weekend relief. That's in your forecast coming up. Color 10 News at 10 starts now.
You're watching Color 10 News at 10 in high definition.
It is the hottest week of the year so far, and with the extreme heat comes extreme health risks. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Keelman.
Good to have you along here at 10 once again, everybody. I'm David Oliver. Color 10's Lauren Barnes spoke with a Springfield doctor today. She's here now to explain exactly what happens to our bodies if we're exposed to too much heat and we don't get enough water.
David, a local physician told me it usually takes about 5 days of 90-degree temperatures and up for people to start seeing those signs of heat illness. We've had 2 weeks so far. By the time you start seeing those symptoms, it can be a quick 24-hour spiral into hospitalization or even worse. A hyper-awareness of hyperthermia. That's what Dr. Gil Mobley says is our only hope at holding off heat illness.
People with hyperthermia, we put them in the ICU. We do not observe them in the ER. We expect the worst till proven otherwise.
He says that's because it takes just 24 hours for dehydrated kidneys to completely fail.
Those kidneys are getting overloaded with sludge immediately.
No one is immune to dehydration or heat illness. It can happen to completely healthy, strong people.
We see the hard-working, large, strapping, muscular guys that are oxes.
But there are certain populations more susceptible to heat illness.
But just by virtue of the age alone, older people are compromised.
Or even because they have mobility issues, they're unable to make it into the kitchen to get ice water.
Which is why companies like Visiting Angels exist, to give in-home care to the elderly. Owner Nate Stokes says his crew is constantly keeping hydration in mind.
Sometimes the elderly that have dementia or Alzheimer's simply don't know how to communicate whether they're feeling cold or warm. So definitely we can help by maintaining the thermostat.
Especially because your home heating and cooling system isn't all that different from your body's.
The most sensitive system in the body to heat is the electrical system. Just as right here in this clinic, if the temperature were to go to 110 degrees, what would happen? Our computers would go out. The brain, the electrical systems of the brain, the heart are the same way.
Everyone I spoke to today stressed the importance of checking on older folks, you know, any of our loved ones. If we can't make it out, have someone we're close to, just check on them every once in a while.
And also think about your pets, too. That's always a good piece of advice, too. Lauren, thanks so much.
Well, Color 10 also spoke to Dr. Mobley about heat stroke. We've learned it is different than the heat exhaustion Laura mentioned, but it's just as dangerous. Here's what Dr. Mobley says happens to the body during a heat stroke. Your body's cooling system completely shuts down, meaning it's hard to tell when you are overheating. Because of that, the body doesn't know to start sweating to cool itself down. Most people run a high-grade fever coupled with symptoms of a typical stroke. The doctor says once you've had a heat stroke one time, you're much more likely to have another one again.
And new at 10 this Wednesday night, deputies are investigating a death in eastern Greene County right now. A 53-year-old woman was found dead with a visible gunshot wound in the 5200 block of East Calvert's Lane out near Fair Grove. Deputies arrived at the home about 2 this afternoon. Sheriff Jim Arnott says they have a man in custody and they're talking to him, trying to learn his connection to the woman. But they say that they believe this is an isolated incident. The names of the man and woman have not yet been released. An autopsy is scheduled later this week to determine the woman's official cause of death.
And medical coverage here at 10 o'clock. The underserved community needs doctors, and a group of med school grads need jobs. One clinic in Springfield is trying to bridge the gap by looking for the missing link. Color 10's Jennifer Abreu is here in our studio now to explain. Jennifer.
Yes, Lift Up Springfield provides services to the homeless and underserved community. The clinic has qualified doctors willing to work there, but they need an extra push to allow those doctors to practice medicine.
Primary care is all I've always wanted to do.
Dr. George He took a leap of faith
I came out here about a month ago
and moved to Springfield
from New York.
to practice medicine.
Me and my wife, we brought everything out here to make it work.
In 2014, Missouri passed a law creating a new category of doctors called assistant physicians.
And I've been following it since.
They are med school grads who passed all key exams but weren't placed in a residency.
I've applied through the match twice, and I've got more than 6 interviews.
We don't have enough residencies.
The legislation requires the assistant physician to work in underserved areas. Dr. Tricia Durgis, founder of Lift Up Springfield.
They are totally qualified doctors.
Dr. He has already found a place he'd like to work,
Being out here and being able to help those people, it's my way of giving back.
but right now he's only shadowing because as an AP, he's also required to be sponsored by another physician.
The assistant physician requires a collaborator. These are full-blown doctors. The APs are. They have their own insurance. They just simply need to have someone to call to say, hey, I just wanted to run this by you. What do you think? So it's kind of like that lifeline call.
A collaborator can be a licensed, retired, or independent doctor.
It's zero liability for them.
Willing to help Lift Up Springfield increase its outreach
And we can be open every single day providing medical services.
and allow Dr. He to live out his dream.
It would mean the world to me. It would make everything possible.
If you or anyone you know is a retired or independent licensed physician who could be a collaborator for these assistant physicians, get in touch with Lift Up Springfield. We have that information on our website, ozarksfirst.com.
Jennifer, thanks. Around America now at 10 tonight, Senator John McCain it's been confirmed that he has brain cancer. Doctors are confirming that they found the cancerous tumor during a procedure to remove a blood clot from his left eye last Friday. In a statement, the 80-year-old senator from Arizona says he's weighing his treatment options right now, which could include a combination of chemotherapy and radiation. The family says he's in good spirits and is recovering at home.
Now to our political coverage. President Donald Trump is telling Republican senators they have to keep their promise.
For 7 years, you promised the American people that you would repeal Obamacare. People are hurting. Inaction is not an option.
He summoned GOP lawmakers to the White House for the second time in less than a month as they struggle to find common ground on a health care overhaul. Two versions of the bill to repeal and replace Obamacare have failed. The idea to simply repeal without a replacement has been suggested. However, that means 17 million more Americans will be uninsured in 2018, jumping to 32 million in 2026. Without a replacement, premiums would also double. Despite the hurdles, a vote is planned for next week.
About 500 protesters, meanwhile, across the nation, including a nurse from Missouri, all descended on Capitol Hill today. Our Washington reporter Bridget Chavez takes us tonight to the halls of the Senate, where voters are targeting GOP senators.
Trump care kills. Repair, don't repeal.
The GOP Senate health care bill remains in critical condition, and constituents like Missouri nurse Michelle Vernell are fighting to make sure it flatlines for good.
The Affordable Care Act is not the total answer, but to totally remove it would actually eliminate health insurance for millions and millions of Americans.
Vernell had a clear message for Missouri's only senator from the GOP.
Can I be blunt? Can I be blunt?
All of this going on while GOP senators had a lunchtime meeting at the White House. Senators returned to find their constituents flooding the hallways, risking arrest, all in the name of repair, not replace.
What do we want? Repair.
And when many refused to leave the halls, they were arrested by Capitol Police. Vernell wasn't arrested, but hopes somehow she made a difference.
I stand for my family, I stand for my community, and I stand for my patients.
Senator Blunt said in a statement of his colleagues, quote, "We need to move forward with debate, which will give all senators the opportunity to look at ways we can improve the final product," unquote. In Washington, I'm Bridget Chavez, Color 10 News, Ozarks First.
And right now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Senate will move forward with a vote for debate next week.
And Memphis Congressman Steve Cohen says he wants to send President Trump a message. Cohen is leading the charge in a resolution of no confidence in the president.
Yeah, he signed the resolution alongside 23 other congressional Democrats today. Their list of complaints include the firing of FBI Director James Comey and the president refusing to release his tax returns. They also point to what they say are conflicts of interest with private business.
The way he talks about women and the press, the language he uses, the use of Twitter, you don't want him to be a role model. And it's injurious to our culture, and it's injurious to our foreign policy.
Signers of the resolution represent a little more than 10% of Democrats in the House.
And let's head over to Jamie, who's in our weather lab now, keeping an eye on those increasing temperatures, right?
That's about all there is to watch, are the temperatures and how much they're going to climb. And it still looks like we're still in for some of the hottest weather of the summer so far. In fact, we could flirt with 100 this upcoming weekend, but that could be followed by some relief from the heat. More on that after the break.
You're watching Color 10 News with David Oliver, Jennifer Kilman, weather with Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner, and sports with Dan Lucy. This is Color 10 News at 10. Closed captioning on Color 10 News is sponsored by the law offices of Dr. Brad Bradshaw.
Sutherland's, your spring and summer headquarters.
The latest designs and newest technology are at Audi Springfield. You don't have to wait. We have them now. Fully redesigned A4 sedan, all new Q5 and Q7 SUVs, and the all-new A5s and all-road. Models starting at only $31,200 with acquisition incentives available. Shop our big city selection and enjoy our small-town award-winning service that's earning more Audi drivers every day. Audi Springfield at Sunshine and Highway 65 or online at AudiSpringfield.com.
Casino tip number 3. Be very cautious of casino promotions claiming to pay up to a certain amount of dollars. Up to amounts are rarely paid, but let the casino promote a large amount of money that they don't have to pay.
Hi, I'm Steve Bayshore, General Manager of Buffalo Run Casino. We never want you to believe we're giving away something we're not. So we keep our overhead low and our slot machines loose, giving you better odds to win. Buffalo Run Casino Resort, Miami, Oklahoma.
We are not just chicken. We started a movement, celebrated chefs, proud parents, raised on family farms with no antibiotics ever. Springer Mountain Farms, fresh chicken. Find at your local grocer.
The problem is your slow DSL. The problem is your satellite on demand.
So I need to get faster internet.
Yes.
And something higher tech.
Yes.
And that's why she called me.
No.
Hi, boys. Need an extreme upgrade? Extreme TV, internet, and phone packages start as low as $26.67 each a month for 1 year when bundled.
I swear, if your DSL wasn't so slow, if your satellite on demand wasn't so needy.
Have you got the itch to switch?
And now weather with Color 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner.
And our 90-degree streak continues. Outside right now, still pretty warm. It's in the low 80s. Winds light out of the south at 6 miles per hour under clear skies. Here's a peek of the afternoon highs. As promised, temperatures are slowly climbing higher. In fact, you can see all of the area topping out in the low to mid 90s. A few spots actually over 95. Joplin 96 today, 96 in Fort Leonard Wood. And I saw 97 earlier this afternoon in the Lake Ozark area. Here in Springfield, 94. The hottest temperature of the year, at least so far. I think we'll actually be eclipsing this value tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, or at least for Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, as we're going to continue to find those temperatures slowly climbing. Now, this isn't too far off the average high of 89, and it's well off the record high for today's date, which is 103, set back in 1980. In terms of this summer so far and how it compares to the last few summers, you could see we've had, up to this point, through the 19th of July, 14 days of 90-degree plus temperatures. Last year, by this point, we're already up to 21, so already a week ahead of where we are right now. So last summer by this point was hotter, but even that wasn't too bad. Really, the last bad summer was back in 2012. That was a summer of heat and drought. Not only did we have 90-degree days, and a lot of them, but we had a lot of days over 100 degrees. And while we are in a hot pattern that is going to take us close to the century mark this upcoming weekend, I think most of us will still fall short even on Saturday, and then we'll find some relief moving into the area. More on that here in a second. Here's what's going on right now across the nation. Not a lot here in the midsection. You can see we've still got that ring of fire effect. That ridge of high pressure aloft helping to suppress shower and thunderstorm activity underneath it. But around the edges where it doesn't have much influence, there's plenty of showers and thunderstorms from the southwest where the monsoon is now kicking in to the upper Midwest where we had severe weather today, to the east and southeast and south where we had popcorn type showers and thunderstorms throughout the afternoon. Those now fading away. Our pattern looks like this. No change in the thinking there. We still have this summer ridge overhead. That will continue to slowly slide southeast across the region into Saturday. But by Sunday, our pattern is going to change the same way it did late last week. We're going to find a trough trying to develop across the eastern U.S., a shallow trough, but still a trough. And that's going to change the orientation of the flow across the region. It'll become more northwesterly, opening the door to a cold front to drop into the area. And it looks like with that front, we're going to find a couple of different things. We're going to find our rain chances going up, and we're going to find our temperatures going down. It looks like highs returning to the 80s and low 90s as we slip into early next week. But right now, we're still dealing with the heat. Heat advisories in effect for all of southern Missouri and much of northern Arkansas. And now we're looking at excessive heat warnings along the I-49 corridor and also across central Missouri, where we're going to find heat index values the next several afternoons up near 110 degrees. Our hour-by-hour forecast, again, with that ridge of high pressure overhead, it's going to keep it quiet not only through tonight, but also through tomorrow. And we're going to find that repeated again on Friday and Saturday as well. Temperatures tonight will cool off to about 73. Tomorrow we'll have afternoon highs around 95 degrees. Heat index topping out around 103. So take it easy out there. If you do have to work during the afternoon, make sure you take frequent breaks and stay hydrated. A 6 on the colorator. Looking ahead to the forecast, this is what you want to see, an end to the heat. And it looks like after a high of about 98 on Saturday, we should find a better chance for showers and thunderstorms returning on Sunday. That'll knock temperatures back. And with that front in the area, it looks like we'll keep a chance for showers and thunderstorms around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And that will result in a little bit of a cool down.
Because I'm stuck on this theme, Jamie, are we going to go the whole week with 6s on the colorator?
I think we're probably going to have to keep it around 6. But as I've said, it's very subjective. I mean, if you're a kid and you're looking at that forecast, you see sunshine, and you see high temperatures, you're going, yeah, we're going to the pool.
Yeah.
You know, next week when you're looking at a chance for showers and thunderstorms, you're probably thinking those days and it may be not so nice.
Okay.
Or if you need your grass to be a little bit greener, you might like that.
Or that.
Yeah.
How about our Viewers Club number?
Viewers Club number for tonight. Here it is, 126000. Our jackpot's been reset. We had a winner yesterday, Sarah Haddock of Marshfield, Missouri, won $200.
All right, Jamie, tonight, thanks.
And there's urgency to the recipient to give that money.
A new phone scam is making its way through southwest Missouri now. What to watch out for next.
Casino tip number 4. Complaints about Kansas state-owned casinos are on the rise. Why? Tight slots. Kansas state casinos only provide Class 3 machines. Be cautious. Ask other players if they're winning on that casino's slot machines. Then decide if the casino slots are loose or tight.
At Buffalo Run, we take pride in giving you better odds to win. That's why we're staking claim to the loosest slots in Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas. Buffalo Run Casino Resort, Miami, Oklahoma.
On Friday, July 28th, celebrate the 1967 World Champions St. Louis Cardinals. That day, 30,000 fans 16 and older will receive a replica 1967 World Series trophy. Get to Busch Stadium early and take home this item commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Cardinals championship against the Boston Red Sox. Don't miss your chance to collect this one-of-a-kind giveaway. For tickets and more information, go to cardinals.com/promotion.
No way! No way!
Thanks, I'll call you.
No way! No way!
There's no way you're gonna want to miss summer's biggest party, the Ozark Empire Fair. Get discount tickets at Family Pharmacy, Macadoodles, PFI, Price Cutter, and Casey's. Sponsored by Hardee's, Corwin Auto, and Ozarks Coca-Cola. July 27th through August 5th.
Hi, I'm Wayne Brady. Catch Let's Make a Deal weekday afternoons at 2 right here on Color 10.
Here are your current Ozarks lake levels. Sponsored by the Morrissey Law Firm, MorrisseyInjuryLaw.com.
Now at the Honda Summerbration sales event, you can get a great deal on a Honda Civic.
and keep things festive all summer long. Your unforgettable summer begins today with a trip to the Honda Summerbrations sales event. Hurry in and get a great deal on a Honda Civic from KBB.com's best value brand at your local Honda dealer.
They say golf takes patience, but that's only part of it. It takes 1,000 practice swings for every one out here. It takes being on the road longer than we're on the course. It takes strength. And every week, we're only getting stronger. The Web.com Tour, the path to the PGA Tour.
United we stand for kids at the Price Cutter Charity Championship presented by Dr. Pepper. Join us August 10th through the 13th at Highland Springs Country Club.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Dish. Tuned in to you.
When you've worked in trauma surgery like I have, you know why someone injured in a car wreck needs a good lawyer. I'm Dr. Brad Bradshaw, a physician, surgeon, and lawyer. If you've been injured in a car wreck, give me a call.
Looking for work that touches lives? Visit coxhealth.com.
In tonight's consumer news, McCormick announces purchase of Reckitt Benckiser's food division. The company says it signed an agreement to acquire the food division from Reckitt Benckiser Group for $4.2 billion. According to a press release from the company, with this acquirement, other iconic products like Frank's Red Hot hot sauce and French's Mustard will be owned by McCormick's. French's Mustard has a plant based here in Springfield.
You know, phone scams are certainly a daily occurrence, and everyday scammers are getting more and more creative with their tactics to try and trick you. Well, a new scam in Southwest Missouri has callers claiming to be high-powered individuals to gain the trust of the person on the other end of the phone. Some even use the name of a relative, saying that person may be in trouble or in jail and needs money. One tech expert says it's a fairly simple trick for scammers to get loved ones' names.
Got on the phone and basically says, "Hello, Grandma, do you remember me?" Or "How are you doing?" or something like that. And she says, "Who is this?" He says, "You know who it is." And my mom then mentioned the name of my son.
Now, police tell us that you will not receive a call from the jail telling you that somebody in your family is behind bars. As always, the experts say, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Always some good advice there. Well, Apple wants you to be able to secretly call for help in an emergency. The tech company says patented a process that would allow you to discreetly dial 911 using only your fingerprint. Apple suggests the technology would look for a sequence of fingerprints or applied pressure to trigger an emergency call. When the feature is used, it would give responders the location of the phone. It could also pull live video or audio directly from the iPhone. It's unclear if Apple will build the technology into software updates.
Amazon continues to grow tonight. The online giant has now launched a shoppable social network called Spark. It's the latest tool to get you to buy more stuff from Amazon. Spark's feed is similar to Instagram and appears inside the Amazon app. All you have to do is click on the products to purchase them.
There were a lot of things that I wanted to do that some of the other people couldn't do, and so I started the class.
It's one man's mission to keep seniors moving.
Dan Lucy is coming up in sports with that story and Springfield highlights next.
Through Monday at Missouri Furniture, get incredible discounts store-wide. Then you choose how to save even more. Take $200 off every $1,000 you spend, or pay no interest for 36 months. Through Monday at all 6 Missouri Furniture mattress and appliance locations.
Just down the street, there's a True Value hardware store with great tools, products, and expert advice.
Y'all come see us.
In Willard, Ash Grove, Jernigan's in Aurora, Table Rock in Cumberland City, Fred's in Mount Vernon. Come on down.
Behind every project is a True Value. National TV has everything you want or need to make your house a home. Furniture, appliances, electronics, computers, and more. Stop by one of our 16 convenient locations or visit us online at nationaltvrental.com. And remember, tell them Michelle sent you.
Hey folks, Jerry O'Neill, Continental Siding Supply. I'm 35 years old. Well, Continental is 35 years old. And even after 35 years, we're still the fastest growing siding company in the Midwest. The reason? Homeowners are demanding the best quality for their homes. That's why they're choosing us. I'm thanking you by giving you a birthday present, a 35% savings on our seamless polymer wall system. Call now.
It's the Truckload Mattress Sale, now at America's Mattress. Get the support and comfort you need for restful sleep and get amazing deals, like this Simmons Queen set just $2.99. This Firmware Plush Queen set just $3.99. Now at all 9 America's Mattress locations.
Here's a look at stock quotes of local interest. Color 10 News will continue in a moment.
That's it. It is so hot. Let's just go.
So good! Why can't we just have 1 ounce of fun this summer?
Oh, but you can have fun. Come on out to Incredible Pizza, the best place for go-kart races, laser tag battles, and with our incredible Summer of Fun giveaway, you'll win a $500 game card and a free 55-inch TV. And weekly drawing $250 game card. Or great food, fun, family, and friends, Incredible Pizza.
Shopping for a car? How do you know you're getting the best?
Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's best overall brand.
Will your decision cost you down the road?
Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's lowest 5-year cost to own.
Is it a brand you can trust?
Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand. Put Subaru on your list.
Get yours today at Reliable Subaru at Chestnut and 65. And check out our summer savings going on now.
If someone hit you and you ended up here, we can help.
The Law Office of Dr. Brad Bradshaw.
And now, Color 10 Sports with Dan Lucy.
The first place Springfield Cardinals had a special bat in the lineup tonight for their series finale with Northwest Arkansas. St. Louis outfielder Randall Grichuk in town for a 1-game medical rehab assignment. Grichuk went on the disabled list with a sore lower back, and he's been healing up in St. Louis, but the Cardinals wanted him to have at least one rehab start. Grichuk played left field, batted second. The 25-year-old hitting .215 with 9 homers and 30 RBI in his 2 stints with St. Louis.
I've kind of had this kind of sneak up on me from time to time over the past few years, but luckily it just kind of started roughly 10 days ago now. So hadn't been too long this time. You know, we got it under control pretty quick, and you know, hopefully playing today, it you know, doesn't flare up, and you know, put it behind me.
Grichuk and the Springfield Cardinals looking for their 7th straight win tonight against Northwest Arkansas, and it was 1-0 Naturals when they get more in the 4th. Alan de San Miguel doubles to right field, scoring Humberto Arteaga and Alfredo Escalera, and it was 3-0 Naturals. 4-0 top of the 5th when the Naturals' Nick Deeney sends this deep to center, but check out Oscar Mercado. Scales the wall and pulls back a home run, robbing Deeney. It was still 4-0. Bottom of the 5th, here comes Springfield. Gabriel Lino lines this one to right center, a double that scores Jacob Wilson, and that makes it a 4-1 game. 2 on for you-know-who. Randall Grichuk takes this one deep to center into Sherwood Forest. That's a 3-run homer. That ties the game up at 4, and the Cardinals go on to win 8-4. Randall Grichuk was 1 for 4 with that 3-run homer. In the bigs tonight, the Cards lose to the Mets 7-3. New York scoring all 7 runs in the first 2 innings off Mike Leake. Magneuris Sierra had a 2-run single in the loss. In Kansas City, the Tigers have a 3-2 ninth inning lead. Mikey Matuk belted a 2-run homer in the top of the 9th inning to give Detroit the lead there. Well, usually you think fitness classes are just for young adults, but in Bolivar, there's a man on a mission to keep seniors moving. And as Color 10's Megan Rice shows us, this free class is priceless.
5 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Bolivar's CMH Senior Health Center means one thing. It's family time.
4, 5, 6. There were a lot of things that I wanted to do that some of the other people couldn't do, and so I started the class with Jody's approval, and it just kind of grew and grew and grew.
Norman Gould's a service technician by day, but volunteers twice a week to tune up seniors in a balanced stretching and strengthening class.
I don't have a medical background, no. I know what I need, And if I need it, they need it too.
I'm not as young as I used to be, and I want to stay healthy. And this is one way that I can help myself to stay healthy.
I get every day people who basically are coming in and saying how much it's benefited them. And these are things from improved mood, weight loss, strength, balance, all of those things.
No matter what the reason for joining, the benefits are evident. Larry Hodges is proof of that.
Balance is a distinguishing factor in Parkinson's. I've had Parkinson's for 13 years, and it's really helped me, even in the first week. Reduction in pain in my shoulder and more flexibility. I'm intending to keep on with it.
Now there are a couple guidelines.
7.
You have to try your best. There's a roll call.
Stacy. Jared.
And Norm mostly picks the music.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. How often do you let people pick the playlist?
Once in a while. Mostly I try to get more of the rock and roll aspect to keep us going, get the heart rate going.
And at the end of the day, it's just as much about exercise as it is about socializing.
We're a wonderful group. And Norm's a wonderful teacher.
I used to take it a little more seriously on the physical side, but then I've come to realize this is more than that. This is a family.
In Bolivar, Megan Rice, Color 10 Sports, Ozarks First.
That's great.
That'd be my favorite part, right at the end.
I just think that's awesome, though. That's a great story.
Good for Norm.
You bet. Thanks, Dan.
Here's a look at what you'll see tomorrow morning, right after daybreak.
I'm Nora O'Donnell. Tomorrow, fossils from ancient beasts that roamed the earth are found under Los Angeles. We're going to take you 4 stories underground for a peek. That's tomorrow on CBS This Morning.
It's week number 1 of Slumberland's 50th anniversary sale, and it's a very big deal. Lots of very big deals. This week only deals. Not to mention everything's on sale. Plus, pay no interest for 50 months. The 50th anniversary sale. Slumberland. It's a good life.
Hi. Welcome to Come and Go. You look thirsty. Excuse me. You know, we have a really large fountain area over there, too.
Beat the heat this summer at Come and Go with thousands of drink choices at every store. Come in for more refreshing deals like any size drink for just $1. Come and Go, where and means more.
Thanks. I just picked up the cake for the baby shower.
Yay! You know she's having a boy, right?
Oh boy.
Buick now has an SUV for that. Introducing the new Buick Encore.
I knew I could trust you guys with the cake. Oh, no problem. That was close.
One of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Now get $4,000 purchase allowance on the 2017 Buick Encore when you finance through GM Financial. See Thompson's, your only Buick GMC dealer of the Ozarks.
Slumberland's 50th anniversary sale is a very big deal. All Sealy now on sale. Week number 1, this Sealy Queen set just $374. This week only. Yeah, it's a big deal. Slumberland's 50th anniversary sale. It's a good life.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. Color 10 News will continue in a moment.
Your Color 10 weather experts forecast from the Downstream Casino Resort Weather Lab.
Mel's Hard Luck Diner is home to Branson's original singing servers. Enjoy fantastic American dining favorites and sweet soda fountain treats that everyone loves. On the famous 76 Country Boulevard, the Grand Village invites you to Kringle's, Missouri's grandest Christmas shop, full of bright wonders and holiday surprises. We're also home to T. Charleston's Books and Gifts with military interest, inspirational, and children's books. Plus, the Thomas Kincaid Signature Art Gallery inspires with this great American painter's work. Fun music, superfood, great shopping. Come see us.
I'm Keith, and a tractor turned left in front of me and my motorcycle, so I called Aaron Sachs.
Insurance companies aren't looking out for you, they're looking out for themselves. That's why you need to contact Aaron Sachs and Associates.
Well, I think they got me a fair and equitable settlement for what I'd been through. If anybody has to go through a car wreck and they're injured, call Aaron Sachs and Associates. They'll take care of you.
If you've been hurt, call Aaron Sachs and Associates. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
if you're in trouble, it's a good people to call.
Well, the only thing we can say about the forecast is it's hot.
Still
and there's
hot.
rain on the way, though, as the weekend gets closer.
Friday's hot. Saturday's even hotter. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get close to 100 on Saturday. I think we fall short, and then after that, it looks like the rains finally return to the area, and that should knock temperatures back again.
Good.
Find a cool body of water to get next to. Thanks for watching our news tonight.
Have a good night.